In Rhode Island, the leaf peepers come to the Kenyon Cornmeal Company to catch a glimpse of the picturesque setting of a true New England original, the Johnny cake.
I wanted something authentic from Rhode Island. The corn is the best.
Rhode Island is the smallest state in the country, but it's big on beauty. Not far from the mansions of Newport and the quaint town of Narragansett, leaf peepers find themselves soaking in the scenery.
It's just a sleepy little village, and we just do our thing. We come in and, as I want to say, it's the same old grind, which is pun definitely intended.
The same old grind is here at the Kenyon Cornmeal Company. Small in size, but big in flavor, these packages of yellow and white cornmeal, as well as the other mixes, have been made at Kenyon's Grist mill since 1886.
We don't want a chemical compound for a recipe. We want something that's simple and basic. Grandma's favorite recipe that we've sort of taken and made just a little bit easier so that all you have to add is egg and oil and water, just some basic ingredients that most people have at home.
Kenyon's is known for its milling process, using 2 granite millstones to finally grind the grain. The millstones are more than 100 years old, and because they have an incredibly flat surface, they can achieve a fine shave from the grain.
All the mills that you find down south, the southern corn mills, it produces more of a granular ground meal. It's different. It feels different in your hand. There's no digital readouts or anything there. Totally sensory. You use your eyes, your ears, your sense of smell, and your sense of touch are so critical because you have to maintain a proper consistency.
And let's not forget a sense of taste. Kenyon's products taste as good as they look and require only a few add-ins. The signature item is the Johnny cake mix, the recipe for which dates back to the Native Americans who used 8-inch, 8-row flint corn to make what has become a Rhode Island tradition.
I'm Dick Donnelly. I'm a Rhode Islander, and I make Rhode Island Johnny cakes.
Another tradition of sorts is this Johnny cake expert, who teaches people how to make Johnny cakes using Kenyon's mixes.
The colonists came over and found the Indians eating ground corn mixed with a little water from the streams. And the colonists wanted some of this gruel to travel. So they dried it out on a griddle and brought it with them when they went on their journey. And they took these little cakes on their journey, and it was called a Johnny cake. And then the R's got dropped in Massachusetts and Rhode Island and became Johnny. And this is the Johnny cake.
The batter is Kenyon's Johnny cake mix, dry milk, sugar, salt, and a pinch of nutmeg, mixed with boiling hot water for a thick batter.
When I put that down and tap it, watch when I pull up the spoon, I'm pulling up some of the batter off the griddle. If the batter is the right consistency, that little void will appear when I turn it over. We pat them down.
A lot of people compare Johnny cakes to pancakes, but Dick is quick to set them straight.
There are 3 ingredients that you'll find in a pancake. One is egg, one is wheat flour, and another is leavening. The 3 ingredients that are left out of a Johnny cake is egg, wheat flour, and leavening.
Dick cooks them about 7 minutes each side. Plain Johnny cakes are often served with whipped butter that's been mixed with syrup beforehand to avoid spilling on the plate. He tops his chocolate Johnny cakes with a nonpareil and a dollop of corn muffin mix.
Like a chocolate sandwich. See how those Johnny cakes are getting brown around the edges? I don't want to get them much browner than that.
For me?
Yes. I hope you like chocolate. And see how the chocolate is melted on the inside? It's just perfect.
They're also good as a substitute for potatoes. Before we were done with the many variations of the Johnny cake, Donnelly insisted on showing us one of his all-time favorites. It's a southwestern Johnny cake using the corn muffin mix, hot salsa, and orange soda.
And I put a corn chip on the top. The flatter ones are better. And then when I turn this over, the corn chip will be on the griddle and it won't continue to cook.
These work great as an appetizer or side item for a south of the border meal. Leaf peepers who stop at Kenyons often find themselves gazing at the little waterfall that used to power the mill. A quaint gift shop is just across the street.
Well, I'm from California, so this is something new, yes.
There's no doubt where the Kenyons of the future will be, firmly rooted in its history.
I think that our future lies in trying to really take care of what we have. We have a wonderful location here. We have a wonderful mill. It's a slice of history.
Isn't it amazing what you can make with one little cornmeal cake? The Drum family also makes boxed mixes for brown breads, and you can bake them in tin cans.